What do you owe to Boss Buckley or Boss Steingut? Are you in their control?
I don't owe anything to anybody. My record for independence is well known. I was selected as the Democratic candidate for mayor by 327,000 people. My opponent was selected by 5 bosses. I'm going to be mayor of this city, not Mr. Buckley or Mr. Steingut or Mr. Powell, and it's not going to be Mr. Lindsay's friends, Alex Rose, Vincent Albano, Nelson Rockefeller. When I take office, I'll start the greatest talent search the city has ever seen. I'll get the best brains to help me govern New York. Our city's most eminent citizens will help me select them. I love this city. I would never dishonor it by making bad appointments.
On Election Day, vote column B. Elect the new Democratic team, the Beam team. Abe Beam, Frank O'Connor, Mario Procaccino, the Beam team.
Mr. Beam, don't you think it's time for a change?
Yes, New York City needs a change, but not just any kind of change. New York needs an administration that understands the city's problems and can act imaginatively to solve them. In a day when cities require more from the federal government, I'll be able to get more. As a Democrat, I can work with the Democratic National Administration to get a fair share of federal aid to our education, housing, and anti-poverty programs. We need new ideas and decisive action at City Hall, but we don't need a change that brings the National Republican Party back into power in City Hall. My administration will make changes that will benefit all New Yorkers, not just the Republican Party.
On Election Day, vote column B for a new and better New York. With the Beam team, Abe Beam, Frank O'Connor, Mario Procaccino, the new Democratic team.
Traffic is a mess, Mr. Beam. What are you going to do about it?
We should strictly enforce double parking regulations, step up the installation of the electronic traffic light system, also build garages and fringe areas that can connect with Midtown by small buses. We can make our subways take more of the load. If the state can help the Long Island Railroad, it can help our city subway system. We can make more use of federal help. I'll see to it that New York is chosen as the model city for experimental federal mass transit programs. I'll insist that the Triborough Bridge Authority and the Port of New York Authority provide funds to improve our mass transit system, our highways, tunnels, and bridges. And you can guarantee that I'll maintain the 15-cent subway fare.
On Election Day, vote column B. Elect the new Democratic team, the Beam team. Abe Beam, Frank O'Connor, Mario Procaccino, the Beam team.
Mr. Beam, what about our water problem?
Our problem is not a lack of water, but inability to deliver it to the city. We can accomplish this by digging wells along the water mains connecting with the upstate reservoir and by tapping groundwater sources on Long Island. We can clean up the Hudson River, which pours out 20 billion gallons a day and would be a wonderful source of water if it were cleaned up. The city agencies concerned with water planning, supply, and pollution problems should be combined. We should explore legislation to encourage industrial conservation by reuse and recirculation of water. And we should take the lead in experimenting with desalinization projects. If we do these things, water will never again be a worry to New Yorkers.
On Election Day, vote column B. Elect the new Democratic team, the Beam team. Abe Beam, Frank O'Connor, Mario Procaccino, the Beam team.